a little common issue that never seems to end because we're talking crossplay. More importantly, we're talking Sony and crossplay because we've seen a little trailer or ad, whatever you want to call it, from Xbox and Nintendo joining forces to let everyone know that they're friends now. How weird is that?
It kind of speaks to like where we are now, where it's like on the horizon of like the next generation. Like I wonder like how many people will connect together, where it's like, oh, what used to be, you could only play on Xbox
exclusive
is like, well, we don't care anymore. Like if you buy Call of Duty whatever, Call of Duty 52, like you can play it on any console and you can play with your friends anywhere. Like admittedly, the next generation could be a streaming service for all we know. Like that seems like where everyone's going. So it's just kind of like exciting times right now where it's like, oh, Xbox and Nintendo are like officially confirming things, even though Sony is very much like the empire in the background as they try to like the rebels or whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, so what we've heard about Sony's side of things, we've heard that they don't want to let it happen because of the children. There's a few other reasons, but Sean Layden recently said they're looking at the possibilities. Now, that doesn't necessarily confirm it, but he doesn't necessarily deny it either.
It definitely gives the vibe of they're getting so much shit right now where it's like it's very much like eyes shut if they don't know what's happening. They know what's happening. They just have to say something that doesn't imply something that can potentially be pushed back on them later, where it's like, oh, we're definitely doing something. It's like, well, we're thinking about it. We're not sure what it is, but at the same time, it's probably still a corporate agenda.
Speaking of corporate, like when you're saying corporate, all I can think of, will it be like the other publishers like EA, Bethesda, who Todd Howard's already said Sony isn't as helpful as everyone would like. So do we think it'll be them more so like than just the outrage of us raising our pitchforks and going, we need crossplay? Fortnite is the biggest crossplay game on the earth right now because you can play it on PC with Xbox, you can play it on PC with PS4 and stuff like that.
Because Fortnite's like a big deal right now, because that's the reason this is even in the public like persona, is because Sony fucked up by locking out their account. So if you played Fortnite on the PlayStation, if you played on the Nintendo Switch when they announced the E3, you could not play using your old account. You'd have to start a new account, brand new, and do it all again because Sony had locked it across. And that's really where this became a big thing right now. I mean, it's been a big thing for ages, but right now, the reason why everyone's talking about it is because Fortnite, as you said, Mitch, the biggest thing in the world, and Sony has gone, you know what? We're locking it out. We're doing that. And it's been a lot of pushback, to say the least.
Just saying, like, well, you do it on our terms. And it's sort of weird. It's just, I'm thinking, that's kind of like, it kind of is different from the issue Minecraft had because Sony didn't want that. Number one, the children crap again, but number two, because it says Xbox Live. Like, they don't want any brand related to the competition.
They definitely don't want any subscription-based stuff. So they don't want you paying for the EA Access was the other thing, like the EA Early Access. They don't want another subscription account internal. They didn't want that. They didn't want like you pay for PlayStation Network and then you also pay for EA's blah. And as you said, Microsoft, you pay for Xbox Live as well. They don't want any of that. They want it to be self-contained. But Fortnite, that's not a problem. Like Fortnite, you should be able to play it, and they're still sticking their guns with it. So it's interesting to see what's going to come of this current decision.
Yeah, and I don't know if we'll see the ramifications of that this generation. I'm wondering if next gen will be the one where we see crossplay is like a standard and an expectation.
I do think I agree with you where it's like it's going to be on other publishers, third-party companies, that is going to have to push something where it's like, you know what, considering Todd Howard seems to be so aggressively like anti-Sony right now, it's like, you know what, Fallout 76, we're not putting it on Sony because they're doing this shit. We're just not going to release that game. I don't think they'll do that right now because it's too popular, but I think someone might make a stand at one point and you go, you know what, we're not doing it. We're not releasing the game on Sony until they allow crossplay between all of us or restrict content or whatever they want.
Yeah, it's just, you're wondering who's going to be the one to take that first shot.
I guess it's the context of Sony right now. We've talked about how third parties could influence it, but it's also like Sony's winning. That's a big deal that Sony is winning at the moment. If next generation, let's say it's a PS2 to PS3 transition where they suddenly are super cocky up the gate, they've got some crazy, like, maybe VR integrated, but it costs like $500 more or something. So they just do anti-consumer, like, super expensive and not really showing you why you need it. And then they go, all right, I'm just going to buy an Xbox then, because Xbox is suddenly supporting Japanese studios and they're building new IPs or something. And it's like, oh, I'd rather get that now. And then Sony's like, oh shit, we need to actually maybe backpedal on this crossplay because it's potentially hurting us a lot.
Yeah, it'd be exciting to see you kind of flip around, but I think crossplay is going to be an issue for a while until someone somewhere at Sony goes, you know what, sure, why not? But while they're in the lead, don't expect them to cave in, because Xbox back in the day also said they're not going to do it because the 360 was winning. So,
and Xbox can't backpedal. They can't go suddenly if Xbox or Microsoft suddenly was doing the best and go, you know what? Now we won't do crossplay, because that would hurt them big time if they did.
Oh yeah, that would be a kind of flip around. Thanks for watching. This video is from our podcast, The Gaming Booth, which you can find right here on Optional Extra, as well as impressions, discussions and reviews on all the latest games. I'll see you on the next one.